Yo, what is up, guys? Today we're talking about Destiny 2. Now, specifically, we're going to be looking at the Iron Banner weapons that got reintroduced in Season of the Arrivals. And aside from two of them, I think the other ones are kind of lackluster, honestly. You guys will see what I'm talking about in a minute. But real quick, before I start talking about the weapons themselves, if you have not completed this quest and you're doing this in the next Iron Banner, because I'm putting this video up after the first Iron Banner is over. If you have not completed the quest, then I suggest you go to each of your characters, collect the quest on each of your characters, and then complete it on whoever you want. You'll be able to get the rewards for each character. So if you only do it on a hunter, let's say, then you only get weapons for the hunter. But if you get the quest for each character, then essentially you get them for everyone. So I suggest you do that because the ones you get in the beginning are random rolled, and if you have good RNG, you could get something that's cracked. I fortunately got one, and I'll show you guys in a minute. So first roll we're going to be looking at is Feeding Frenzy, 4 times the Charm, Dynamic Sway Reduction, Grave Robber, Hipfire Grip, and Pulse Monitor. For the second row, it's going to be Iron Grip, Multi-Kill Clip, Swashbuckler, Eye of the Storm, Tap the Trigger, and Iron Gaze. So the forward path, amazing auto rifle. I think, especially in this sandbox, 600 RPMs are really powerful right now. They're fucking a little too overtuned in my opinion, but that's a discussion for another time. I ended up getting a really gross roll that to this day I still don't think I've ever gotten an auto rifle this fucking nasty. Now it's not like anything like insanely crazy, like, oh, this has multi-kill clip with a kill clip and nothing like that. It's more of a just like the feel of the weapon changes. So I've never been really that into stability, mostly because I'm on keyboard and mouse and I don't really care about that. So when I got this roll that you guys are looking at right now, which is basically, what was it, Iron Grip with Dynamic Sway Reduction, Steady Rounds, and I don't remember the scope, but I don't think any of the scopes give you any stability. And I even got a Masterwork or Stability Masterwork. So this is smooth as fuck. I even put a counterbalance on it just to see, like, just to push it a little bit more. I'm not kidding when I tell you, it feels like I'm shooting with a cloud. It just feels like there's nothing, there's no resistance, there's no nothing. It's really weird to me. So I would say that's the god roll for stability, unless I'm missing something, but that's the god roll for me. I mean, you could tell me that tap the trigger increases stability and accuracy, but it's only on the first initial pull. So that's why I don't think tap the trigger would be better than Iron Grip, because Iron Grip gives you plus 20 on stability. Sure, you do lose out on like 40 reload speed, but each class has their own way of basically either making your reload faster or just ignoring it outright. I know the hunters have the dodge, which basically just immediately reload your weapon. Warlocks have a similar thing with their transversive steps, which essentially once you start running, your weapon just reloads automatically. And then everyone has something that increases their reload speed at some point. So like Hunter's Bottom Tree Solar, if you keep getting headshots, your reload speed keeps getting increased, if I remember correctly. Titans have Top Tree Void, where if you get a kill with your melee and you get your overshield, your reload speed does get increased a little bit. There's a bunch of stuff. You can use Barricade, the small barricade for the increase in reload. You could use the Lunafaction boots for the increase in reload if you really want to. I wouldn't suggest it, but that's another option. So really the decrease in reload speed is not that crazy to me. It's just I love that this is just it feels like I'm shooting nothing, guys. It's so weird. So that, for me, that would be the god roll for stability. I mean, for PvE, if you were to ask me, like, what would you use for PvE? For PvE, I'd probably use Feeding Frenzy and Multi-Kill Clip. There's an argument to be said for Swashbuckler and Grave Robber. I think those two would be great as well. For PvP, obviously, Dynamic Sway Reduction with Iron Grip is going to be amazing. If you're on controller, look into Iron Gaze with maybe hip fire grip. Oh, no, actually, dynamic sway reduction. I'm an idiot. Yeah, dynamic sway reduction with iron gaze would probably be a good one because it gives you a plus 20 on aim assist, but it does decrease your range by 40. But at that point, it becomes a SMG. So just use that as an SMG. You could do tap the trigger for the initial stability and accuracy boost, but dynamic sway reduction, tap the trigger, or iron gaze would probably be good for you, Bu. For PvE, for PvP, I mean, I could probably tell you the same thing. Feeding Frenzy and multi-kill clip. Some people make it work. Dynamic sway reduction with iron grip is what I have, and I love it. It's very, very, very consistent. That's why I like it. Swashbuckler with Grave Robber is also a great one if you like to punch a lot. But yeah, ultimately, this is probably one of my favorite weapons right now, mostly because it just feels really, really consistent. I always know that this weapon's going to do well for me because of the stability that I have on it. The dynamic sway reduction, talked a lot of shit about it. Here I am saying, you know what? Shit, never mind. Let me shut the fuck up. It's really good. It's really good. It's really weird though. It's the more I look into like random roles that I thought I would never like, the more I'm like opening my mind to like, well, maybe like multi-kill clip, swashbuckler, kill clip. Maybe these damage ones aren't like the best, because if something's consistent always, I would much rather take that. So yeah, that's just me opening my eyes to dynamic sway reduction. So yeah, let's go on to the next weapon, which is the Fool's Remedy. This is one of my favorite sidearms right now because of the amount of fun I have with it. It's a Searles rapid fire, which means that it shoots in full auto, has deeper ammo reserves, and slightly faster reload when its magazine is empty. So, with that being said, the fact that this is fully auto means you do not have to worry about getting a fully auto perk, which is one of the things I love about it. Let's talk about the perks real quick. Feeding Frenzy, 4 times the charm, subsistence, moving target, pulse monitor, and hip fire grip for the first row. For the second row, it's going to be quick draw, kill clip, iron grip, Eye of the Storm, iron gaze, and rangefinder. So, for me personally, if you were to ask me what would be the PvP god roll, I would probably say something like moving target and quick draw, moving target and kill clip. I would tell you, I would stay away from like Feeding Frenzy, especially subsistence, mostly because the base magazine size is 15. If you get like something along the lines of like appended mag, extended mag, light mag, something like that, where it increases your magazine, and then put something like an overflow magazine perk, whatever it's called, then yeah, sure, but I don't see the benefit, especially since you could use other things for the mod slot. I just think you should tailor it to its strengths, and having a high magazine is just not going to be it. It's not going to have a high magazine. So Feeding Frenzy for PvE, yeah, sure, I can see that happen. For PvP, I don't see that happening. I'd much rather see like 4 times the charm. I much rather use 4 times the charm over like Feeding Frenzy or Subsistence, to be quite honest with you. Mostly because Feeding Frenzy, again, if you don't kill 3 people, I just don't see the benefit of Feeding Frenzy. Subsistence ammo economy is garbage in PvE. You're going to notice it a lot more in PvP unless you stay alive a lot longer than most people in PvP. Then you'll notice the subsistent really cripples your reserves. Moving target, I think, would be the most strongest one for PvP, mostly because it increases movement speed and target acquisition when moving while aiming down sights. Just obviously for me, that just seems better for me. You could tell me Pulse Monitor. I mean, Pulse Monitor did get a buff. Also, Hip Fire Grip did get a buff as well. Me personally would never probably use those two. So I would most likely be using Moving Target or 4 times the charm for the first row. For the second row, it would most likely be Kill Clip, Quick Draw, Iron Grip to some extent, and that's pretty much it. I would not use Rangefinder. I just don't find the benefit for a sidearm, especially since I'm going to be up close and personal. Iron Gaze, just why? Like, its base range is 34. You're telling me it's gonna kill all of that base range? No, I don't think. No, thank you. Eye of the Storm is one of the perks that I just don't like. I don't like perks that activate when you're almost dead, because it's really easy just to kill someone. So that's why I don't like Eye of the Storm or Underdog or Pulse Monitor for that matter. But yeah, like I said, If you were to ask me, quick draw, kill clip, iron grip for the second row. For the first row would probably be feeding frenzy, or I'm sorry, 4 times the charm and moving target. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the new weapons, quote unquote new weapons. Let's look at the reissued weapons that are coming in. So Talons of the Eagle. If you guys probably, I'm not gonna be making like the videos where I go into a lost sector with the weapon. There's no point. These weapons are not new, so I'm just probably gonna have something in the background. So for the first row, it's gonna be Zen Moment, Outlaw, full auto trigger system, Threat Detector, firmly planted. For the second row, it's gonna be Opening Shot, Moving Target, Ambitious Assassin, Rampage, Explosive Payload, and Hipfire Grip. So if you were to ask me what I would be using, I would most likely be using Outlaw with Rampage, honestly, for PvE. For PvP, you're probably gonna be wanting Opening Shot and maybe Firmly Planted or full auto trigger system. I know a lot of people like full auto on their scout, or yeah, the scout rifles, so I think that would be a good play as well. Criminal's Dagger is a hand cannon. Let's see what it has. So Outlaw, Moving Target, Rangefinder, Auto Loading Holster, Threat Detector, Triple Tap, and Snapshot Sights. For the last row, it's going to be Kill Clip, Zen Moment, Opening Shot, Explosive Payload, Timed Payload, Field Prep, and Hipfire Grip. So PvE, Outlaw, and most likely Explosive Payload or Timed Payload. For PvE, probably Outlaw and Kill Clip, Outlaw and Opening Shot, Outlaw and Explosive Payload, or Timed Payload. Actually, for those two specifically, I would probably go for either Moving Target or Rangefinder. And that's pretty much it, yeah. So let's go on to Bite of the Fox. This one's pretty cool, not gonna lie. Rapid Hit, Snapshot Sights, Firmly Planted, Threat Detector, Hipfire Grip for the first row. For the second row, it's going to be Rampage, Explosive Payload, Moving Target, Opening Shot, Field Prep, and Ambitious Assassin. So I actually got a really good roll on this. I ended up getting Firmly Planted with Field Prep. So this roll is probably going to be really good for my Middle Tree Void Hunter, because I'm already going to be getting benefits from crouching, and that whole, like, I'm just really thinking about it. That's why I'm laughing right now, but I'm really excited to use that. Overall, I think this sniper rifle is really good. There's a lot of perks that you could use for it. You could use Rapid Hit with Opening Shot, Rapid Hit with Explosive Payload, kind of. I've seen people do that. Rapid Hit with Opening Shot would probably be the best one, but I know a lot of people would probably prefer Snapshot Sights with Opening Shot. I think that would be a really good one as well. So, Oran's Maul is a grenade launcher, and this is the one I think I would suggest people farm. So let's look at the perks. Grave Robber, Field Prep, Pulse Monitor, Quick Draw, and Threat Detector for the first row. For the second row, it's going to be Auto Loading Holster, Demolitionist, Rangefinder, Snapshot Sights, and Moving Target. So for me, what would be the god roll for me? I would tell you Spike Grenades, Quick Draw, and Auto Loading Holster. I think that's like the best you could do, especially for PvE. For PvP, you could probably still do the same thing, except maybe not Spike Grenades, maybe something else. But even then, I think Spike Grenades would be the play, especially with Quick Draw and then like Auto Loading Holster. That just seems gross to me, so that would be the god roll for me. Storm of the Raven, honestly, it's really just whatever you want, but obviously I'll explain what I think. Field Prep, Auto Loading Holster, Snapshot Sights, Threat Detector, and Pulse Monitor for the first row. For the second row, it's going to be Genesis, Rampage, Ambitious Assassin, and Quick Draw. So if you were to ask me what I would go for, I would be going for Spike Grenades, Auto Loading Holster, or Field Prep, and then Quick Draw. I just don't see the point for Genesis, Rampage, or Ambitious Assassin, to be quite honest with you. Because Ambitious Assassin, you're never going to be that close to someone unless you're suicidal. Rampage, it's a heavy grenade launcher. I don't need Rampage. And then Genesis, again, don't really care. This is most likely going to be a boss killing weapon, so that's why most of the time I think Quick Draw would be the best thing, especially if you pair it with Auto Loading Holster. So yeah, that would be that. And the last one is a rocket launcher. And honestly, I'm not even going to go through the whole thing. If you were to ask me like what do you think I should do, just do like Auto Loading Holster with like tracking module or Quick Draw. Field Prep is nice too. I just personally would think Auto Loading Holster and tracking module would be better for PvP. For PvE, I don't even know why you're asking me, because rocket launchers are garbage. I don't care if they have a new mod that makes them better. Just them themselves are not good. So if you are interested, let's look at it. Auto-loading holster, field prep, rangefinder, and snapshot sights, and then tracking module, demolitionist, ambitious assassin, and quick draw for the last one. So if you're looking specifically for PvP for some weird reason, I can see you saying snapshot sights and quick draw. You can literally take it out immediately, aim down immediately, shoot probably immediately, and then just take it out and then repeat. So I can see people telling me, oh, that's why I want it, which would probably be the best thing, considering you don't get 2 rockets from one brick anymore, if I remember correctly. So auto loading will probably not be the best thing. Snapshot sights, and dude, if tracking module was with snapshot sights, then yeah, I would probably say snapshot sights, or I'm sorry, tracking module with quick draw. That would be the best play, but obviously you cannot do that here. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the video. I did not want to waste my time with all of the the weapons that are being reintroduced. I didn't want to like just do videos of that, because they're reintroductions. Like, we've already seen these weapons. They don't have any new perks. They don't have any new anything. Like, they're the same. It's literally the same weapon. We've seen these before. So if you guys are annoyed that I did it like this, let me know in the comments below. I personally just I could not give a fuck about doing those type of things for these weapons. Like I said, I love the new, or quote unquote new, I love Forward Path and Fool's Remedy. I think those two are really cool. I think some of the perks that you can get on them are pretty fucking fire. So if you guys want to follow me on my social media outlets, links are in the description below. Thank you everyone for the constant support. Again, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the comments below. Other than that, be safe out there, guys, and I will see you guys later.